Welcome to the Shippo video on what's new with Shippo. We've released several new products and features that we think will really help you with shipping. So this video will help you better understand what we did and better understand how we can help you with shipping. So let's get started. So our goal at Shippo is helping businesses succeed through shipping. We see that businesses are often measured on their shipping. It's how customers will view them, it's how customers will rate them, and then of course it's how customers decide that they're going to come back again. Because of this, we've realized over the years that we have to make the shipping process easy and seamless so that you can make sure that you can focus on your own business and keep customers always coming back for more. So because of that, we released several new products to help you improve your shipping processes. Here's what we'll be going through today, and then we'll go through a little bit more information on each of these. So first, we have a new web app workflow. This is a new, faster way to print labels and compare rates. Secondly, we have more options for branding and customization. So we released a few products that allow you to have more branding and then overall have a better customer experience. Third, analytics and reporting. This is a better way to view and see how your shipping process is performing. Fourth, team accounts. So we've seen that shipping is often a team workflow. So because of that, now on Shippo, your team can work together in order to ship. And then lastly, web app navigation. So we've improved on our web app, made it a little bit more sleeker so that you can navigate it better and then find what you need to find. So we'll go through each of these now. Starting with a new look. So you can see here, this is the new order screen for Shippo. And on the left side, you'll see there's a new navigation, as well as a couple new options, which we'll go through some of them during this video. So to start with, probably what you're most interested in, printing a label. We've created a new workflow, so it's faster for you to print labels. This is available to all Shippo users, and you can access it right away when you sign in. So this is an easier way to compare rates across carriers and then buy and print a label. So to start with, when you sign in, you should see the option to switch over to this new workflow right away. If you don't see it, or if you accidentally close it for whatever reason, you can manually turn it on. So to do this, you go to Settings, and then at the very bottom, you'll see a new label workflow section. Click to turn that on, and then you'll be able to have access to that when you create a label. So as before, you can create a label by going to your Orders tab. You can still manually create an order. You can import a CSV file. You can import from any stores that you have connected. So all of that is pretty similar to before. In this example, we're going to show an imported Shopify order. And just like before, you still click Create a Label. And now this is the new part. So you'll see here, this is the new workflow, the new page. The order was imported from Shopify. So like before, when it's imported, the recipient address as well as that order information is all pulled in automatically. You don't need to input it again. You don't need to worry about that order being pulled in. It's already done. And if you'll recall with the old Shippo workflow, the first step is you create a package or you choose a package. So that same step is still replicated here. You can enter your package information by selecting a template or entering the dimensions yourself. So when you click that, you see there's a couple options available. Again, like before, you can enter your own custom dimensions. You can choose a carrier-provided parcel template, or if you've created your own parcel template, you can access them here. Same as before, if you want to create a parcel template, you can create those yourself. That's located in the Settings tab, and then all of them would be available in this screen. So for this example to start with, we'll take a look at what a carrier-provided parcel looks like here. So if you click that, you're brought to this screen, and you can see, for example, with USPS, these are all the different boxes that are available. So here you'll see all the different default box templates for all the carriers that you've connected. Remember that with your Shippo account, you automatically get access to USPS as well as DHL Express, as well as a couple different Australian carriers. So those default boxes will all be available on this screen, and you'll see those templates. At the same time, if you want to, you can still enter your own custom dimensions. So we're going to do that in this example. If you select that custom dimensions screen, you go to this page, and you see that you still enter the dimensions as before. You can choose whatever you want. So in this example, I put in a 5 by 5 by 5 inch box that weighed 2 pounds. And then as before, you have the option to add a signature confirmation, customs declaration, all of those items, as well as insurance. But what's new here is at the very bottom, you'll see the price for this box has automatically appeared right away. And if you change those dimensions, this will automatically change as well. Now, by default, Shippo will display the cheapest carrier and service level rate. You'll also see the estimated arrival time for this service level. Now, if you prefer a different service level or a different carrier, maybe say FedEx or some other carrier that you've connected, you can always choose to change that preference in settings. And so then this postage price that's shown at the bottom would instead reflect your preferences. So maybe it's not necessarily the cheapest rate, but you always wanted to choose a FedEx service level. That would show up here instead of the cheapest one. So we take into account what your new preference might be. And then, of course, next you buy a label. Click that. You see the PDF of that label, and then you can print it out however you choose. One thing to note here, creating a return label is still very easy. You can find it in the Orders tab. If you click that arrow on the right of the label that you'd like to create a return label for, you'll see that option to create a return label. And then, of course, whether you want to download a packing slip, send a notification email, hide the order, or create another label, all of that is also available here. So that's the new workflow for printing a label. As you can see, we did take out some steps, so you'll find that easier to use and easier to compare rates and print a label. Next, we're going to talk about customizing that post-purchase experience. So after a customer has bought something, how can you make sure that you continue to show your brand and build that loyalty with your customers? Note that these features that we're going to talk about are available for Shippo Pro and Premium plan users. If you decide not to upgrade to the Shippo Pro or Premium plans, you will instead have access to the Shippo default for these, which will not contain customization and branding. So there's really 3 ways to have this post-purchase branding available. We'll go through each of these one by one. So first is shipment confirmation emails. Secondly, having these tracking pages with your branding on them. And then lastly, packing slips that include your logo and branding. So we'll go through these one by one. In order to start doing these, the first thing you'll want to do is to upload your logos. So you'll see that available in settings under branding. Upload your logos here so you can see we're using Laura's Coffee Shop. You can also choose your brand colors. So if you have certain colors that you want to use, those will be shown in some of these different products. So to start with, shipping confirmation emails. Here's an example of what that branded shipping confirmation email would look like. As we've seen, customers will actually open emails with their shipping confirmation on average about 1.5 times per customer. So this is a really great opportunity for you to have your customers see your brand again, interact with you, and really have a great experience. So as you can see here, you have your logo, your brand at the top. The subject line says that your company's order is on the way. And then, of course, more information on tracking that shipment and then reaching out to you if they need more help is available on this email. So that's the email part of things. Next, we have this product which you can customize called tracking pages. So to get that started, you can access that under configurations on the left. You'll see tracking page. So you click that. And then instead of sending your customers to different carrier pages with all these different tracking status information, you can now show a single page and better control that post-purchase experience. Also, you can link images, offer coupons, other relevant items to this page so that customers will see these other promotions available. So you can see here some of the things that you can change. Of course, that brand that you already added on the previous page will be available here. You can see any ads that you want to add, that add link URL, where will that send to, as well as uploading an image. And then if you have social media and you want your customers to see it, you can of course add that here as well. So on the next page, this is what the tracking page would look like with your logo in there and your brand. So you can see a little bit of where does that logo fall? What do we mean by your brand colors are shown? And then of course, the bottom, you see where that ad image would show up and how that would link somewhere else. So in this example, we have a 10% off your next purchase with a promo code. So we've seen brands use this already in some pretty unique ways. So feel free to be very creative, and then you can make this page truly fit your brand. Next, another way to expose your customers to your brand is through packing slips. So these can be included in the box so customers see it again when they're opening that package, having that great experience of seeing their item that's been shipped to them, and now they see your brand again. So how you do this is you access settings, and then under that account, and then the account page starts with the general section. So under this first tab, general, you'll see where before it's a default label format, this is a way you can print your labels. So if you click that, you'll see the second option says single page label and packing slip on an 8.5 by 11 inch PDF. So if you select that, you'll be able to start printing packing slips when you print that label. So here's an example of what that looks like. So you can see at the top is the label. That's the same label that was available in the previous workflow as well. And then the bottom is this new packing slip with your brand and logo on it. So you see Laura's Coffee Company there. You also see, of course, that customer service email or whatever email you might want your customers reaching out to on the left side. So these are some ways to show your brand more. We're really excited, and we hope that you'll be able to take advantage of these to have your customers see your brand, see your marketing much more than before. Next, this is something very exciting. We'll talk about getting smarter with your shipping. This is available to all Shippo users. We've gotten a lot of requests about reporting. So finally, we can say that, we've started with shipping analytics and reporting. So you can start getting some insight on your shipments and your customers so you can start making better and smarter decisions. So this is available on the left side under analytics. When you click that, you'll see a lot of different information available. So in this example, we can see the number of labels you've purchased and printed, the amount you spent, as well as the average cost of each label. You can also see at the bottom a breakdown between the different carriers that you've used in case you want to say, I want to see where I've been spending my money or what labels I've been using recently. So this is just the start of what we're starting to do with reporting. A lot of customers have asked for this, so we're really excited to start showing you information so that you can start shipping better. Next, we'll talk a little bit about working in teams. So this is something that's also, again, only available to Shippo Pro and Premium users. So if you aren't a Premium or Pro user, you wouldn't have access to this. This is to help add and manage teammates in Shippo. This is a great feature for anyone who works with others to ship and needs to have access to other accounts. So to access this feature, under settings, go to users on the left side, and you'll come to this screen where you see all the different users who are on your team. So in this, we should start off, it's just you as the account owner. And if you click add a new user, you'll be brought to this screen where you can put in the email of your colleague or teammate, and then you can just send an invitation to them right away. When you click that, on your screen, you'll see that there's a pending invite for your teammate there. And then, of course, you can resend that invitation. You can delete that invitation all from the screen. So that's all available under pending invites. On your teammate's side, this is what they would see. So they would receive an email invitation asking them to join your company account on Shippo. When they click join your company on Shippo, they'll be brought to this screen where they register for Shippo. After they've registered, Now on your user screen, you'll see your teammate has joined. They're now under your user list. They've moved from pending there. And since you're the administrator, you can choose to add new users, you can delete users, all of that would be under the administrator's account. Your teammate, so in this case, Simon would only see the users that are under this list. He would not have the ability to add a new user, and he would not have an ability to delete users. Only the administrator can do that. So again, Simon shows up here at the top, and you can view him there. So because the left-hand navigation has changed slightly, we're going to go over some of those important settings and information so that you know where to find them. So starting off, just as a note, if you are sending out branded emails, or if you're just regularly sending out email customer notifications after you've shipped a package, one thing you may want to turn on is that email notification option. So this option, if you turn it on, will automatically send email notifications to customers when you've shipped an item. It's not required, but just something to note. Now, something that you're probably interested in if you have other shops or channels that you're using, connecting your e-commerce platforms. This is now under the settings tab. And then on the left side, you see e-commerce channels. So if you click that, you'll see all the different e-commerce platforms. Connecting them is the same as before, so that hasn't changed, but it's just where it's located where that has changed. Next, carriers is also under settings. You'll see that on the left side there, carriers. You can click that under integrations. Adding a carrier is still the same as before, so none of this workflow has changed. It's just, again, the location of where it is on that left-hand navigation has changed. So just something to note. And then, of course, remember, you'll always receive discounts with USPS, DHL Express, and then some Australian carriers. We're always adding more discounts. But to start off with your Shippo account, that's what you'll have access to. And then you can always add more carrier accounts by clicking that Add Carrier Account up at the top and putting in your own carrier account information. So that's a summary of all the new products and features that we've released. We're really excited to improve your shipping processes so that your customers can keep on coming back for more. So throughout this video, we mentioned the Shippo Pro and Premium plans and the benefits of upgrading. So the Shippo Pro plan does start at $10 a month. Upgrading to that Pro plan or the Premium plan would, again, give you access to those customized shipment confirmation emails, the packing slips, those tracking pages that have your brand and logo on them. And then you can also work with teams with multi-user accounts. Now, if you're already a Shippo customer, nothing is going to change unless you decide to upgrade. So you don't need to worry about, oh, there's a different fee happening. It's all the same. You'll still have access to that pay-as-you-go 5-cent per label fee, and you will have access to the default Shippo options for those products that I mentioned, the packing slips, the emails, and the tracking pages. If you do want to upgrade to a Pro or Premium plan, that's found in the Settings tab. If you go to the Settings tab, you'll see there's a Plan section. If you click on that, you'll see the option to upgrade. Again, it starts at $10 a month, and then there's some volume discounts that are available. So take a look there and see if there's something that fits your needs. If you have any questions, our support team is always available to help at support@goshippo.com. You can learn more about everything that we talked about in this video, these new features, these new products on our blog. We also have a lot of fun and interesting articles and information there. So, take a look and see if there's anything that can help your business. Thanks for watching this video and learning more about Shippo and our new features. We're really excited to help you ship better and faster and to help your business grow.